Hello everyone, this is my presentation on the rise of AI. Let us start first with what is AI. Artificial intelligence, or AI, is a software program for computers that can mimic human intelligence. And now it seems like AI appears everywhere, whether that's on Facebook, Instagram, Google, it's everywhere. AI is causing adverse effects on digital media. With the advancement of AI comes the spread of misinformation. There are privacy concerns, biased AI theft from artists, and academic dishonesty. The spread of misinformation has been drastically increased due to AI. Scams have become more realistic because of deepfakes and fake news created by AI. Deepfakes are altering someone's photo and creating scenes or photos that did not happen. Fake news is also altering photos to show something that didn't happen. Deepfakes can cause harm to the person targeted because of the scenes or photos that are created, especially for minors. Fake news can also cause panic. For instance, a little while back, there was an image of a Pentagon that had gone through the social media of it being an explosion. And this actually caused one of the companies in the stock market to plummet. And it wasn't true. It was a AI altered photo. Privacy concerns and bias. AI does something called social surveillance. AI continuously presents content previously viewed, influencing their online experience for the users. It also tracks the user's movements, preferences, and political views. And this information can be used to generate content or tailor ads or promote items that people have seen because AI is keeping track. The companies are using this information to make more money and using your information and what you are doing to try and get you to view or buy more things. AI pulls data from the entire web, current and past. And this is a problem because just in the US alone, our past is littered with bias, racism, inaccuracies. And AI is using this data to run its program. For an example, there is a hiring process that Amazon was doing for a trial run using AI and had found that it was actually discriminating against females, that it was looking through these applications and would flag females, even though they might have had the experience, might have had, the qualifications that they wanted, but because they were female, AI pushed them off to the bottom of the list. They weren't a candidate that would be someone that Amazon would want to hire in AI's program. AI theft in education. And this one really strikes home with me because as a digital artist, it is hard to watch other artists' work being generated and changed and altered with no credit to the artist at all. Anyone can type an artist's name into an AI program prompt, and that AI will generate images based off of that prompt. And it could be eerily similar and not have to give credit to the artist. There's actually a lawsuit against AI programs. I want to say there was at least 3 programs that these 3 different artists are trying to stop AI from using their work. They were able to find that when looked at the prompts that were being used, that their name came up thousands and thousands of times, and not once were they credited, not once were they paid for these results, not once were they mentioned or anything like that besides when the prompt was entered. And when it comes to education, students have access to thousands of results from AI that they can use. And I did a test. I went into Google, I typed in AI write my essay, and 9 different websites just on the first page was dedicated solely to writing essays for education. And I didn't even go through. There was at least 10 more pages to go through that would probably show the exact same thing. And this is a problem because it's creating more work for educators. It's academic dishonesty. it's preventing a student from actually learning something and doing what they're supposed to. Counter argument and rebuttal. So with AI, it can eliminate risks for humans. It can do jobs that might be risky for us to do that AI wouldn't be affected by. It can also prevent human errors. When doing data and collecting information, it can do it efficiently without having to worry about any errors. And it can cut costs for companies. It can save companies money by having AI do mundane jobs like data entry. But with these come issues. It can eliminate some risks, but not all. Recently, in my own state, Washington, outside of Seattle, there was a person using the self-driving mode in their Tesla, and that self-driving mode actually hit and killed a motorcycle. So it does not eliminate all risks. And even though it can prevent human errors when viewing its data, it also uses data that is inaccurate. So there are errors. And it may cut costs for companies, but it could also damage the company. There was a company in China recently that used AI for a hiring process for tutors and had found that if the woman was 55 and older, that it would not be a qualified candidate. And the same could be said for a man. If he was 60 or older, he was automatically not a qualified candidate. And this actually resulted in a lawsuit and a settlement because it's legal to do that. You can't not hire somebody because of their age. So for my summary, AI can be a helpful tool, but it's such a new program that's being used so publicly that there are no regulations, no rules, or education on it. There's no, the users that are using AI don't necessarily know how it works, how it pulls its data, where it's pulling its data from, and what that data is being used for. We need to be able to protect our artists, because without artists, there would be no work that AI could pull to generate. And we need to address how AI gets its information and how it's using its data. We need to filter out and prevent fake news and deep fakes from spreading all over the media. And we need to address academic dishonesty. There are, I'm sure, a lot of educators who are absolutely fed up with AI in just the last year alone and how students are using it. And the last two slides are my references, but I'd also like to add that I learned a lot with writing an argumentative essay. It's not an essay that I normally write, and I was definitely out of my comfort zone, and there's definitely a lot that I learned from this and could still continue learning. And this is my last slide for references. Thank you for listening.